Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Friday 15, which happens every Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time, where we answer your industry questions. I'm Maureen Borsey, and I will be your host this week. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. It's like one of my favorite holidays. I just love Thanksgiving meal and the meal the day after. So I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. So our first question comes from Anonymous. I am a newbie in the industry and I'm looking for a host agency and found something called a Travel MLM. Is that a type of host agency? Any insight you can provide would be great. Thanks. So, first off, thanks for the question. And let me see if we can answer that question for you as to what is a Travel MLM. So, really, a travel MLM, or what is better known as, is a multi-level marketing travel business. And honestly, it is not a business model that we would really want you to fall into. And here's some reasons why for that. So, host agencies and MLMs are really two very different types of business models. So, I kind of want to do a comparison so that you can get an idea of what the difference is between a host agency and an MLM, and the reasons probably why not to choose an MLM when you are looking to come into the industry. So, if you're a travel agent or you're aspiring to become a travel agent who wants to earn money, planning trips, and selling travel, we at Host Agency Reviews don't think an MLM is really a good option for you. So, really, an MLM markets by using certain terms such as network marketing or direct sales. So, if you happen to stumble upon a travel site that you think is a host agency, but it's really throwing out these terms of network marketing or direct sales, you're really looking at an MLM business model. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind if you do run across that. So travel MLMs kind of, their business model really is more about making money by recruiting other sales reps into their organization. And they don't typically really sell a product, particularly in this case, travel. So it's really a pyramid scheme is what that business model is. So really they're bringing you in, and then they're going to have you try to recruit your friends and family to kind of join their business model, and then they're going to recruit people. So that's really what a travel MLM, their business model looks like. So I would just kind of word of caution, it's really our opinion that that's not the right business model, that you really should probably be looking at a host agency. But there are one or two MLMs out there that do really sell travel. So if you do run across something like that, really what it comes down to is do your research. Make sure you know upfront exactly what it is, what they're going to expect from you versus what a host agency. So they operate very differently from each other. So I just want to make sure that you do know going into it what you are looking at. So really, for a travel MLM, they have two types of revenue streams for their members. So one is commissions from selling a product. So in this case, it would be possibly travel directly to a client. And then the other is commissions, overrides, or kickbacks from membership sales. So it's really recruiting others into their organization. And, finally, one travel MLM, what they have in common with other MLMs that are out in, all industries out there, is really truly the high rate of failure with an MLM. They don't last. And we have found that in the travel industry, that there has been one that recruited so many people and then it fell apart. And this is years and years ago, but they are out there. So if you do run across anything that you do consider to be an MLM, just make sure that you understand what it is, you do your research on it. So I'm going to put a link into the comments for you on what an MLM is. And within the link, there is a really great quiz that you can take to find out if the travel organization you're looking at is really an MLM. So when you have a moment, if you happen to run across this, go ahead, put the information in there, take the quiz, and then it's going to tell you whether or not that's truly a host agency or it's an MLM. So I'll make sure I put a link into the comments for you about what an MLM is. So now let's kind of take a look at what is the major difference between a host and an MLM. So really, first, a host agency is an umbrella organization that an independent agency can align with for better commissions, the supplier relationships, and marketing and technology tools. So, the most common business model is for the host agency to offer a commission split with the agents. There may or may not be fees attached with the host agency, and the commission level splits do vary between the different host models that are out there. So just make sure that you do some comparison shopping on the different host agencies that we do have listed on our website. And, just so you know, host agencies don't earn their money unless you sell travel. So that's not really the case with an MLM. They're making their money from membership sales. So this means that, the host agencies, they're there to support you to sell travel and for you to be successful. So, in fact, if you want to become a travel agent with a focus on creating a client base, receiving a constant educational training throughout the course of your career, building relationships with suppliers, providing really great customer service, over recruiting other sellers into your business, then I would definitely direct you towards a host agency. So I think what would be good is I'm going to put a link into the comments for you on what a host agency and also what the benefits of a host agency. This is really good information for you to go ahead and take a look at. Go to our website, look at all the different host agencies. You can click on their websites and you can actually see everything like what type of fees do they charge, what kind of commission splits, do they take new agencies, what preferred suppliers they have. And, when it comes down to is just doing your research. And when you find a couple that you are interested in, then giving them a call and talking to them and finding out if that's really a good fit for you. But definitely, I would definitely steer you towards going to a host agency versus an MLM. So I kind of hope that gives you a better idea of what the difference is between a host agency and MLM and kind of what to avoid looking at if you do run across an MLM, and just making sure you know upfront what it is and doing your research on what it is, and kind of probably staying away from an MLM and choosing a host agency and picking one that is right for you is important as well. So good luck to you. And if you have any other questions, feel free to send us a message at hostagencyreviews.com/Friday15, and we would be more than happy to talk to you about it further. So our next question comes from Jan. I am really interested in selling Disney, and I'm wondering what is the best way to book dining at a Disney resort? So, Jan, thanks for the question. And, there are some really good tips on how to book the dining at a Disney resort for you to consider. So, just so you know, Disney World has over 400 restaurants to choose from, and knowing what, when, and how to book can be really overwhelming. So, I just wanted to let you know that Host Agency Reviews has some really great resources to help you ensure your Disney vacation planning process goes well. So first off, on our website, we do have a Disney dining reservation calculator. So very simple. What you're going to do is you're going to be choosing between three different properties, obviously Disney World, Disneyland, or a Disney cruise line. Then you're going to enter your first date of the trip that you're going to be checking in. So that's going to be your check-in date. And then we'll tell you when to book your Disney dining, lodging, and events and more in the calculator. So real quickly, let me do a quick screen share for you because I just wanted to show you where to go to find this calculator on our website. So when you come to our website, just go up here to the search button and go ahead and just type in Disney dining, and click on the very first one that says free calculator on here. And kind of, this is a really great article that I will make sure I put in the links later on. But as you kind of scroll down, you're going to run across the early reservation date calculator for Disney. And very simple, it's just right here. You choose select your Disney product. You're going to be the traveler's arrival date and their departure date, and then just click yes, send the email dates to you, and it's going to do all the work for you. And there's information on how to use the calculator. Keep going down. There's so much information. There are actually blogs on here from other Disney travel agents giving you tips, people that specifically sell just Disney. So make sure you go all the way through the article. You're going to find some great resources in here for you. So I hope that kind of helps you out. All right, real quick. Okay. All right. Okay. So next, we do have a complete list of every Disney World resort that accepts reservations. So this spreadsheet, it is on that link that I'm going to put in the comments for you. But the spreadsheet includes all of the Disney restaurants that accept reservations, where they're located, and whether it is in the park or in a surrounding area, which offer a character experience or an event, and which restaurants are in the most high demand. Just so you know that when you are booking your reservations. So also with our calculator, all you need to do really is enter in the check-in date, and it will populate with the earliest date that you can book your dining reservation. And there's a whole bunch of other fun stuff within the article, so make sure you're taking a look at that as well. Plus our Disney dining calculator will alert you with the earliest dates you can book, lodging, dining, tours, and events as well. And also, it will tell you deadlines for purchasing like a memory maker at a discount and customizing your fast pass and also your magic band. So keep that in mind too. So, and travel agents can use the calculator to book on behalf of their client, or you can also direct your clients to the calculator so they can make their own Disney dining reservations as well if you want to do that. So, and just so you know, this calculator really kind of goes beyond the dining reservations. You can also find best time to book lodging, to book events, and find out special things that are going on within the park. So, and this tool is really there to help you choose a restaurant, ensure your reservations are booked as soon as possible, and also to have the best chance to snag a Disney reservation at some of the Disney dining hotspots. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a link in the comments to our Disney World cheat sheet so that you have that as well. So when you get a moment, make sure you go ahead and take a look at that. So next, how to use our Disney calculator in 5 easy steps. So first, enter the Disney arrival date. So for this date, you will enter the check-in date. If it's a Disney cruise, you'll enter in the embarkation date. So enter in the trip name. This is especially important if you're an agent booking multiple Disney itineraries. That, so when you receive our email with a list of booking dates, it will attach the name of the trip for you as well. So, and then, you just have to wait for an email from us. So we highly recommend getting these dates in an email. If you request a follow-up email, we'll send out one with all the information on the calculator. And if it doesn't come across, just make sure to check your spam folder as well, because sometimes it does go there. And then, you know what? Make sure you, a quick tip is create a calendar alert. This is especially important for your highest demand bookings as well. And then book your dining. It's really as simple as that. So I'm going to put a link into the comments on our Disney dining reservation calculator so that you have that. Go ahead and, take a look at it, go through the article, some really great information on that. Also, there is some great tips from other Disney agents on our site. And here's a couple that I just want to make sure that that tips that they've given to us for other agents. So first is make sure you qualify the Disney client. So when you have a client that's trying to determine between Disneyland and Disney World, you really have to qualify your clients when you're giving your recommendation and make sure that they understand what they are looking at, because the two properties are very different. So picking the right park for your client is very important. Also, planning and booking tips. Determining whether you want an on-property or a neighboring hotel is very important. So just so you know, Disneyland only has 3 on properties, and they don't really have a budget hotel range like Disney World, who has so many more other options for you to utilize. So usually most people are going to choose like an on property because of the convenience of being on property. There's also preferred reservations as well with booking a Disney property. And then obviously the amenities, a lot of the Disney properties, you can go between the different properties. So for example, if you want to use the pool at another one, you can do that. That is kind of the benefit at Disney World of something that you can do. And just note to self, make sure you make reservations early, just because Disney does book up quickly. So I'm going to put a link in the comments for you for tips from travel agents on selling Disney, as well as booking Disney in our comments as well. And then just one other thing that I think would also really help you out if you were truly going to become a dedicated Disney seller, I would highly recommend becoming what they call either a Disney agent or a Disney specialist. So, this is really a great way for you to become an expert in the Disney product, to be able to basically, they have ongoing continuing training for you throughout the course of your career with selling Disney. So, take a look at that course and make sure you do take that, because it is so very important that you understand the difference between Disney World, Disneyland, and then obviously, if you decide doing the Disney cruises as well, I've heard from a lot of different travel agents that some of the best cruises they had ever been on was actually a Disney cruise, and they went on there without families and children and said that they loved it. They thought it was great. They said the dining was very upscale. So it was great for whether you had children or you did not, that they really loved the Disney cruise lines. So and then there was so much that they offered there. So just make sure that when you have a chance, definitely become a Disney agent slash specialist. That really lets you become the expert in selling Disney. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link into the comment for you on the Disney course so that you do have that as well. So best of luck to you, Jan. I hope you do decide to become a Disney specialist, and good luck with booking Disney in the future for all your clients. I appreciate everybody joining us today for Friday 15. I look forward to seeing you all next week at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have any questions in the meantime, please don't hesitate to send them to us at hostagencyreviews.com/Friday15. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I appreciate you coming today. Bye.